Midaki yapi, iuha chante washte unape, chiuzahapi, washichu ya Mona Thompson imachi yapi, Lakota hehacha washtewi imachi yapi, inawaye ki Arbana Thompson ichiapi, unchi waike Christine Dupree White Eyes ichiapi, na lala waiki Delane White Eyes ichiapi, Tioshbaye mitawa ki ishtashka minikojo hemataha, wakpawashte oyake hemataha. My relatives, I greet you with a warm heart and handshake. My English name is Mona Thompson, and my Lakota name is Hehaka Washdewi, or Good Elk Omen. My mom is Arbana Thompson, my grandmother is Christine White Eyes, and my grandfather is Delane White Eyes. I come from the Minikoshu band of the Ochete Shakawi, and I reside on the Cheyenne River Lakota Nation in Eagle Butte, South Dakota. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for this opportunity to provide a few remarks, and I'm probably not going to talk a lot about USAC. I've just recently been appointed on the board. They created a position so tribal communities could be represented, which I think is great of the FCC to recognize the fact that tribal nations need a voice and they need to be heard. So I'm honored and I'm humbled to be able to represent tribes across the country. As I was driving here, and I am embarrassed that I'm late, I was running on Lakota time, so sat in some road construction and was texting my relative Randy Hughes on the way up here, and I was sending Lane some emails as I was traveling here. I was like, I'm so embarrassed. Kind of made a little bit of a grand entry coming in, but really today is about what the Northern Cheyenne is doing, and I really applaud the fact that you are going to be able to provide broadband services, quality broadband services to your tribal membership in this nation, this tribal nation. So I think we really strive as tribal nations to protect our tribal sovereignty and to do what's best for our tribal membership. So what I see you and your tribe doing is, as I was driving in and looking at the homes, I'm like, I am so excited. I can't wait to see those orange reels going down the highway and getting fiber to the home. You tribal members, those of you that are out in the crowd, the community members, you will love having fiber broadband service. Broadband is going to be so good for the youth, like Godfrey said, but also for the people at the offices, for the adults. I know in Indian country, like, we love Facebook. So Facebook is a great means of communication, and the broadband service will allow you to have Facebook, and as Norma said, you're not going to see that buffering signal anymore. It is a long process to get fiber to the home. We constructed 1,500 miles of fiber on the Cheyenne River Lakota Nation back in 2010 to 2016. So we already had fiber in the ground before the pandemic. And once the pandemic hit, we saw how bad tribal nations lacked and how unserved and underserved tribal nations were. I don't know if the Oglala Nation was recognized earlier because I was late, so I want to take this opportunity to recognize the 3 individuals that have traveled here from Oglala, Lakota Nation, which is Pine Ridge, the southwestern part of South Dakota. And I see another man back there. He's raising his hand up too, so I don't know if he's related, but we're all related, right? So Indian country, we're all related to each other, and I think this broadband for the kids, you know, in the school systems, it's just going to be nothing but good. I was talking to a community member as I was walking in. He had 2 of his tacojas with him, and he's like, what's going on over there? And I said, well, they're doing a groundbreaking for broadband. And he seemed to understand what I meant when I said broadband, because sometimes people don't know when you're saying broadband. Everybody knows Wi-Fi in the communities. Everybody knows what Wi-Fi is, but they don't really know the word broadband. So He said it's going to be good for those two little ones there. He said it's a good babysitter, those gadgets. and I had to agree with him, because we really do put our kids in front of the TV and give them a tablet and say, here, take care of yourself. So, you know, the broadband is really going to help facilitate a lot of good things in your communities, for your tribal membership. And Godfrey extended his invitation to Mescalero. Let me tell you, that too is also beautiful country, but I don't know that Northern Cheyenne is God's country. I'd have to say that Cheyenne River is. No, it is beautiful country out here, and I do travel through here from time to time. So now that I've made some friends here, I probably will stop and say hi once I drive through to go to Billings or Missoula or whatever. But please, if you have any questions and want to reach out to me, I'm not going to give my phone number out here right now, but that's I will give maybe the president and Norma my contact information. So if you guys ever needed to reach out to me, please feel free to. I am retired. I'm working on learning more of my culture, my heritage, and I'm very proud of where I'm going. So with that, I don't have anything else to say. So I just want to thank you again. I'm humbled, very honored to be a part of your groundbreaking ceremony, and I wish you and all the other tribal nations the very best as you bring broadband to your tribal communities and to your tribal members. Thank you.